I'll just grab a bit of water and be back.
Oh no, you're like 50% of the player base at the moment. I mean, technically 100% because Burnt's guarding things and has no idea what's happening,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to be interesting. It's going to come out.
Mm.
What's been going on? Well,
Mm. What's been going on? Well, you see, Milk Thistle ended up plane shifting, going to the Infernal Plane. Uh,
well, we'll see.
mm,
We'll see what they tell you
yeah,
because that's very
yeah,
detailed, and you might not get that.
yeah,
Because remember, players can bias the information they give you.
yeah.
So I think probably what's going to happen is when Nightshine gets back, we will do his little thing, what he wants to do, probably with what's the name, Lilypad. Uh, but Lilypad
Wait,
is
wait, wait,
currently
wait. Are we live?
yes, we're live.
What the buck is up, every pony?
Hello.
We are back at it again with another episode of the End Times. We've been gone for a couple of weeks, but we are jumping back into it right now. Sans Alexandrite, who is not feeling the best today, but he is still prepared to be involved in some fashion.
Uh, we're just waiting on Nightshine to return, and we will get underway.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta let us know when we go live. We got to give
Mm.
the proper greeting to everyone.
I thought I
Hmm.
did,
Hmm.
but
Confound it.
it obviously was not clear enough.
Hmm.
All right, but yes, Burnt is currently guarding the prisoner. Milk Thistle is elsewhere. Um,
I'm back.
Welcome
Nightshine
back.
is
I'm back.
talking to various leaders to spread information. So Milk Thistle, the last thing I can remember, not Milk Thistle, sorry, Nightshine. The last thing I can remember you were doing was you were being chased out of the All Seasons temple after you attempted to charm um, Crystal Heart.
Uh,
My,
After Nightshine bravely ran away, he went to the tavern to drink and think what he should do next.
uh,
And he would just stay there for some hours, and he would go bite the scroll again, like we just talked. But
yep.
then then he would go to the church roughly about the time he thinks before he's going to be executed.
All right. So it sounds like we are jumping to the execution then.
Yep.
Um, so Nightshine, very much a sort of crude stage has been put together, and there appears to be what you could you can assume looks like an executioner's chopping block there, basically, um, and there is definitely crowds beginning to gather as it is close to the time when the execution is expected.
Nightshine is going to take a look around to see if he's still being watched by the guards.
Not that you can tell just with your little glance around. Um, at least not as far as you're aware. But there's a large crowd of people you're part of, so it wouldn't be necessarily easy for the guards to spot you immediately out of it, unless you potentially draw attention to yourself. Then they're more likely to spot you, and if they're watching you, then they
Uh,
will obviously potentially watch you.
Nightshine's going to be in a place where he can be saw, but he won't be trying to draw attention.
Like just standing at the front, trying to get up on the stage, running towards the
Uh,
table? I mean,
in the front.
just stand at the front. Okay.
Yeah.
You try and get yourselves a good seat. All right. Birds. um, you will have midnight vision will come and to collect you, and will let you know that the time for the creature's execution is here.
All right.
He will ask, "Are you prepared?"
I am. Do you wish me to go up there now, or to go with the prisoner as an escort?
I believe going with the prisoner would be best suited. It also has come to my attention that the council members will be honouring you and your group, most of your group, as well. Um, and those of you will be called out and will be granted a knighthood of the city.
This is a great honor. I
Hmm.
suppose we should get this on the way then.
Yes, there's a few precautions we need to make to ensure that if before has awoken, that he will at least remain subdued. If you remain here, I will activate the needed things that should subdue him long enough for us to get him out on stage and have done what is needed. Um, he Midnight Vision will basically walks over and walks through a different door. Um, he informs you to obviously remain there, and when he returns, then you will be able to enter in and drag B4 to the execution spot.
Right. Yeah, Burned is gonna wait. He's gonna stand by and wait to be able to actually drag B4 out for his execution.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that's fine.
this has been,
That's what I expected you to do.
yeah, yeah, this has been a long time coming.
With that, after about 5 minutes, Midnight Vision returns and says, "If he is conscious, he should be subdued now."
All
And
right.
he speaks a number of command words on the door, and you do notice, obviously, magic phasing off that was obviously protecting the door. And then with that, he unlocks it and gestures for you to obviously go in and get B4.
Yeah. Burned is gonna. He enters the room and he just grabs B4 with like do they have what do they have? Do they have like any special chains?
He's chained currently to the walls and floor,
All right. Uh hmm.
but he does not seem
Hmm.
conscious. Well,
All right.
he's standing, but he doesn't seem to be responding.
Fair enough. Hmm. Excuse me. Yeah, Burned is gonna grab the chains so they're able to be removed from the wall, right?
You no, you would have to remove the locks on B4 himself, which there seem to be numerous.
Hmm. All right. So yeah, he is since B4 is subdued, he's gonna remove the locks
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna just drag him out with like he is not he's very angry with B4 as he just drags him out. Like if B4 were awake and kicking and screaming, he would have been mostly tuning that out like
No,
a father would. Hmm?
he's completely unresponsive.
All right. Yeah, so yeah, he's
If he was kicking and
unlocking.
screaming, he would be trying to remove your face.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, so yeah, he unlocks the mechanism and is dragging B4 out to his execution spot.
As you are taking B4, you are accompanied by your Chaos Knights as well as a number of the Nightmares, Temples, Clerics as well. Midnight Vision is there, and he starts telling you what the basically what's going to happen. He says to you, when you bring out B4, place him in the designate in the spot. It should be obvious where you need to put him once you exit. Once you enter the stage, I will be speaking some words on our behalf. I believe at that point, you will conclude the execution, and then I believe the Duchess wishes to say something in regards to your knighting.
All
And then
right.
obviously you will each be presented with your knightship, though not all of your companions will be there with you.
Fair enough. All right, let's get this dealt with.
So when you come out into the grounds, there is definitely you definitely there's a sudden change in the atmosphere, as obviously you've been very focused on dragging and moving him out and making sure he doesn't do anything. Um, Once you get out, there is definitely a large crowd that definitely seems, I wouldn't say hostile, but they are definitely angry. Obviously not at you, but at
Mhm.
the person you're dragging. And
Yeah.
you can't make out any shouts or anything like that. And there are the odd, those who seem to be able to give a good throw do throw some things. Not much really gets close enough, but you might hear the odd clonk or ting as stones hit your armour or hit B4 himself. But you're in not any physical danger to be stoned to death, I should
Yeah. I mean, if I was in physical danger being stoned to death, I would have made a very bad character.
say. Yeah. Well, no, the people would have subdued the crowd more if it was going to be really bad. Um,
Yeah.
you all brought up onto the stage, and Alexandrite's there. You're there. I'm just trying to remember everybody. You will. So, Thunderclap's there because he's part of your
Yeah.
Chaos
The
Knights.
Chaos Knights.
Um, but you are missing Milk Thistle and Nightshine from the stage.
Hmm.
Uh,
He may see Nightshine right in the front row if he look hard enough.
Yeah, let me
well, I
do
would have
But
assumed you'd be very focused on B4 rather than the crowd, to be honest.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, for right now he's just very focused.
Yeah, I mean I mean, also Nightshine's probably going to be just a face in the crowd for the most part.
Mm.
Um, but once you can see the chopping block that has been put there for B4 as Midnight Vision sort of moves more to a centre stage. The council members are also there as well, and he does gesture for you to obviously place where to place B4 if it wasn't obvious to you.
Yeah. Uh Burn is gonna move before over to the chopping block and with a firm and rough shove, he pulls B4's hooves out from under him to where he's on his knees and just shoves his neck onto the chopping block,
So
like where his head is extended.
you would have normally thought that would be easy to do with most living creatures, but you try and knock out his legs, and they're just you're not able to knock them out. Um, he's just sort of like standing emotionless, um, but normal methods of trying to get squishy people to do that isn't working.
All right, so in that case, he'll just be standing with before's head over the chopping block, where his neck is well, what passes as his neck is visible.
Okay. With that, um, Midnight Vision steps forward and calls out in his loud sort of controlling voice what he tends to use when he starts addressing normally those of his sermon, and he calls out, "Citizens," and he only calls out once, and there's sort of a hush what comes over the crowd, and it kind of rolls back a little bit as obviously people start quieting down and others paying attention. I come to you today not as the high priest of the Nightmare Temple, but as the witness to the events that the uh, brought about the return of the what is it, prisoner, the fiend that caused such harsh damage to our beloved Grand Temple. I will speak briefly of the tale and the deeds of those who went through to bring him back. Some of them stand here before you today as he gestures over towards those of you who are on the stage. Though there are those that who can't be, as their duties and require them to be elsewhere. But their contribution to this deadly task was not was as equal as anyone else's here. But have it known that we were able to find the this great fiend through magical means, and with a highly dedicated group of ponies, we were able to make a precise strike at where they were. I will give each of the names of those who fought by our sides that day, and he basically lists off everyone's names. He starts. The first one he speaks out is Milk Thistle, a loyal servant of the Nightmare Temple, whose bravery and skills in the skills in spellcasting were were able to help us see victory that day. And then he will gesture to Burnt. Burnt, also a follower of the Nightmare Temple, but now the founder of the Chaos Knights, who are looking to bring back lawfulness to the areas of chaos that have seeped into our society and our lands around us. Whose sword was paramount to bringing down the this beast. Then he will indicate Alexandrite, uh, paladin of the Sun Queen, who was able to land the final blow on this fiendish creature and bring it down. Then it will be. Then he speaks of Thunderclap, who is a member of Burnt. I should actually use your full name to be honest. Burnt Requiem's. Chaos Knights Order, and one of its first new members. He then speaks of Nightshine, follower of the Moon Princess.
Uh, what?
Well, as far as I'm aware, that's who you had associated with yourself last.
I guess that makes sense. I did say she visited him.
Yeah, so that would be where you would be associated with. I mean, you might find yourself associated with someone else, but you have not been too obvious about that. I mean, you could try and leap up on stage and correct him, but
It no, it makes sense, but Nightshine is just going to tilt his head a little bit as he say that.
follower of the Moon Princess, whose arcane spells and knowledge was able to ensure that this creature's defeat and any of the other challenges that we faced were solved. Then he speaks of Thunder Rider, um, sister to Thunderclap, but a member of the Seekers, who joined us on this to ensure the defeat of this foul creature. And finally, another paladin of the Sun Queen joined us, still Prism, who joined us to ensure the safe return of the Queen after she was taken, and has now successfully been returned and will be laid to rest once more. Each one of these people had their part to play, and each one was as valuable as the last. They are each their own. They are each heroes in their own right, even if not all of them will be honoured this day. He then turns to you, Burnt. He goes, I believe there are no more words that should be said, other than the satisfaction that we have all come here today to see.
Burn gives a nod. He's being relatively quiet right now. He trots over to the side of before, giving him a once over. And he's going to raise his adamantine bastard sword and just lop off his head.
As you raise your sword, you see movement in him as his head suddenly turns as you are obviously coming down for the swing. You're already in motion, and any hope of him actually moving out of the way is gone. But there is one. You do catch one final. A few final words before you do carve through his neck. Does he hold something?
Is it Audbach?
No, not quite. Oh, okay. Whisper. Where are you? I have to remember it uses your names rather than your character's names, which is annoying. What was I saying?
I caught like a brief glint of movement, and he said something.
Yep. This is what he said to you.
Let's see. Yeah, no, that doesn't even phase him by this point.
Um, the body collapsed at that point. Um, the red in his eyes will fade away. The crowd does give a rather loud sort of cheer. Some people like throw some stuff again at him in who were close enough to do so. Um, those of you who are close enough will suddenly see that B4's body kind of spasms a bit, and you do notice like a electrical spark coming out of his neck piece.
No.
After after about 20 seconds, the sparking sort of dies down on B4. The crowd are still sort of fairly agitated. At which point the Duchess steps up and just raises a hoof to try and obviously get the crowds to quiet down, which it goes on for a little bit, but everyone sort of after about a minute or so does begin to sort of start to quiet down until at least the majority of it's reached a lower point where she can call out across to the crowd and again get their attention. Not quite as effective as Midnight Visions, but still what you would expect from somebody who's used to talks and speeches and stuff like that. I want to thank Midnight Vision for his kind words and talking about the events that brought us this foul creature back to answer for the crimes that he committed. But those who had set forth and begun their journey to bring them back to us, number of those have been singled out for a higher award. and she pulls out basically a scroll from her person. Goes, the following individuals will be given a knighthood within the city for their actions for their actions. She will read out the following three names: Alexandrite Beacon, Burnt Requiem, and and Milk Thistle. Um, Obviously, only two of you were there, so. um, she basically looks towards the two of you and basically says, Neil.
Yeah, Burn is gonna. He kneels down respectfully. Just he he doesn't. He has more respect for her now than when he first started. So that even though his visor is down on his helm, it's she could still sense the fair amount of respect that is formed.
She goes to you first, Burnt. Um, you you notice she doesn't have a sword or anything like that. What you might associate with being knighted normally. I don't know if you're aware of how knighting works.
I I do know how it works. I've seen a couple of videos on it, but
Fair enough. But it doesn't seem to be sort of going that way. Um, she more speaks loudly and sort of stands above you and speaks. Um, it is by my honour and the will of myself and the fellow council members, and she does list the three council members. They are so uh, Duchess Lilypad, um, Lord Skystriker, and no, I'm pretty sure it was Lord Crystalheart as well. I don't think he had another title. I have to double check that. Lord Crystalheart, that we bestow you the rank and privileges that follow this of knight of Knight of Vilger Town. Then she goes, rise, Sir Burnt Requiem.
and with that he'll stand up and uh raise the visor on his helm.
She will hand you a scroll basically, and hold out hand you a scroll. Um, you can take it with your magic or hoof. It's up to you.
He'll accept it with his hoof.
She'll then hold you out a hoof to shake your hoof.
Okay, he'll extend his opposite hoof after taking the scroll and he'll shake hers.
Mm-hmm.
It is an honor.
With that, she will then step over to Alexandrite and will basically repeat the same phrasing, except for obviously with his name. So, um, um, so by the will of obviously the council, a list of council members, you are bestowed this honour of Knight of Vilgertown. Rise, Sir Alex Beacon. Is it Beacon? Bad time for my mouse to break. I believe, yeah, Sir Alexandrite Beacon. And then she will do the similar thing, which will be handing him a scroll. He will probably tuck it away on his person. She will shake his hoof. At which point she will then say, I believe Sir Alexandrite Beacon wishes to say a few words to everybody here. At which point Alex will speak. So let me grab what he's prepared for us all today. Oh, don't make sure he didn't say anything. Okay, no. So he goes, greetings, and thank you, Duchess Lilypad, for the honour to serve the realm in more official way, with the support of Vilgertown. Some of you may have seen my face, though you may not all know who I am. I am, I'm going to go, Sir Alexandrite Beacon, Paladin of the Sun Queen, and now Knight of Vilgertown. We do have a cause to celebrate, for we have defeated a foe who wished to cause harm to not only the temple or the city, but all of Everglow. And while I took part in the defeat and had the final blow versus the metal stag, I could not have done it without my companions. Some of them sadly could not stand here beside us due to circumstances beyond our control. But I know they still stand here in spirit, and I know that that they and I would would stop at nothing to fight for you ponies. I will take this position given to me, uh, and as my name suggests, uh, be a beacon that from all ponies from every walk of life can look up to for hope and guidance in these uncertain times. We have faced many challenges as of late, not just me and my companions, but you all have as well. Skeletons crawling out of the ground, the human army, and now the attack on the temple. I do not know what challenges we face next, but I know that we will face many more, but I believe that we will overcome whatever obstacles choose to show its face, for we are strong when united, and that is what I will bring to you all. Uh, Unity in these dark times, these end times.
Nightshine's going to clap.
As well burned.
Um, I would say with the start of that, it will start the crowd starting to stamp their hoofs in applause, as that will be the more normal thing for ponies to do,
Yeah.
rather than clapping. As the everyone here uh, uh, will begin to stamp their hoofs, and the Duchess will gesture for you to come forward, Burnt, and she will call out, "I give you uh, your Knights of Vilgertown," and
Yeah,
obviously,
yep. Yeah, Bernd is gonna he's gonna motion to his men to join him, as well as Thunderclap as he steps forward.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
All of your knights won't necessarily be on the stage, so it's not a massive stage, and you're not going to be able to get everybody on there.
yeah, fair enough. Uh, I really hope, character, I really hope I wasn't supposed to write a speech, because I totally didn't write a speech.
It was up to you. Alex was the only
Yeah.
one who put forth the fact he wished to say words. Um, the Duchess will indicate, "I'm sure many of you wish to celebrate, and there are a number of musicians as well as a few individuals who have provided food for those who wish to celebrate in the park. So if you wish to, please continue on in the park."
Nightshine's going to keep an eye on Burn to see where he goes. He's going to try to catch up to him.
At this point, the crowd's going to be cheering, celebrating. There are going to be those who stand around Karen talking. There's going to be those who start to walk off. Um, I believe the Duchess will probably talk to Alex for a bit. Um, I know, sorry, Midnight Vision will come and speak to Burnt Requiem, but that's probably going to happen sort of off stage and sort of behind the scenes as everyone starts to dissipate. Um, so if you wanted to go round Nighttime, you probably could.
Nightshine's going to do that. Uh,
He is
I
talking.
assume.
He is talking
Sorry.
to Midnight Vision.
Uh, Nightshine's going to wait until Burn is done and then approach him.
Okay. Um, Burnt.
Mm-hmm.
Midnight Vision basically speaks to you, congratulates you on your on on your victory, and does say that he is stepping away for the moment, as there are some things that he needs to look into.
Fair enough. Oh, Midnight Vision.
Yes.
Before my before my my blade connected with B4 and delivered the blow, he said something to me, and it doesn't worry me all that much, but it's something we should watch out for. He said that he is one of many. I don't know if there's more hiding somewhere, but we should be on the watch out just in case.
Fingers and well, normally when you slay one enemy, there's still normally another one or many more lurking. So
This is true.
it depends to what degree and meaning his words have. Either that there are more to face that will take his place, or perhaps there is another like him that will.
Hmm. That's fair. I know you're a busy uh stallion. I'll let you get on your way. Thank you for all the help, and we couldn't have done it without you and Steel Prism.
Hmm. Yes. Well, I bid you farewell.
Well, he is. Burn then looks to Nightshine as Ga approach him. Is everything all right, Nightshine?
Uh, Nightshine's going to take a quick look around, and they're probably not alone, are they?
Around you are going to be probably burnt chaos knights as well as thunderclap, and you might find. I think there's still probably going to be some personal guards of the council member for Duchess Lily had, and probably just a few civilians to sort of around. They're not being as vigilant on the of coring off the whole temple, just stopping people entering it at the moment. So people can walk around on the grass area fine.
I, I, need. I want to speak with you for a moment. It is kind of important.
All right. Burned is going to look to Thunderclap, and he's gonna go or he's gonna say, Thunderclap. I will meet you and the rest of our men later on. I have some personal business I must attend to.
Are they to continue um, with exercises, or are they allowed?
Hmm.
Are they allowed to rest for this evening?
Hmm. This is a special evening, so everyone can rest. It's not going to hurt to spend one night enjoying ourselves. We might not get this opportunity in the future.
Understood, sir. And
All right, Night.
they will head
Sorry.
off to probably to the park if you need them.
All right. All right, Nightshine. Let's head over to Opal's Tavern. That way we can be someplace more quiet.
I guess that could work. I I assume at this point Alex is also done with Duchess Lilipad.
Possibly. I don't. Again, I'm not too sure what he wants to do from this point forward. Um, I assume he would rejoin you if you indicated you wanted him to rejoin you.
Yeah, if possible, Nightshine would grab also Alex and Burns so they can have a little talk.
Mm-hmm.
And just as a side note, Nightshine would look where Midnight Vision was living to. He was going inside the temple, I imagine.
Yes,
Okay, so you will keep that in mind and go with Burn to Opal.
And only assume that Opal's Tavern is incredibly busy.
I
Yes,
think it's
because given how close it is and people are celebrating, they are busy. Though you guys do have private rooms upstairs.
Yeah, we'll
yeah.
head up to one of the private rooms.
Okay, let's go to yours. I think mine brings bad luck.
Yeah, sure. Burned is gonna walk with Nightshine and Alexandrite up to his room, and when when the three of them are inside, he's gonna shut the door behind them, and he's gonna take his helm, set it on the bed, and rest
Uh,
his bastard sword against the wall. He's gonna say, "Well,
uh,
is ever
just a little thing before we go upstairs. Lord Weasel is going to look us around Opal Starving for a little knife.
Um,
There's something that he can use as a sword.
Mr. Weasel,
Yeah,
he could use a butter knife?"
is he? Well, no, not technically, because the
uh,
butter knife would be
he's.
more like a long, a great sword for him, really.
Uh, I guess the great swords will do if he can't find anything else.
Yeah, that. But he probably would return with a knife from the kitchen. I would have thought.
Nightshine's going to roll his eyes a little bit as they go inside the room.
So, is everything okay? You seem a bit, what's the proper word I'm looking for? Mm,
Uh,
cautious?
well, first and foremost, and Narshine's going to nod to Lord Weasel, who's going to fly in your direction with a knife.
Fly what
He's
direction?
not towards Burnt.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Uh, he does. He he will put the knife over your shoulder, like he's pretending to knight you.
Okay.
I name you Sir Big Scarface.
Big, I'm sorry, big what face?
Big scar face because of the
Oh,
scar on your face.
okay. Because like for a brief moment there, I thought you said big cat face, and I'm thinking to myself, what? Oh
Hmm,
well,
that
that's
would have
just
been better.
just that's just the way my brain thinks at times with with certain words.
But uh, this will be the first time Lord Weasel speaks with you. He expects you to be surprised.
Uh, so Byrne looks to Lord Weasel over a Nightshine. His eyes are kind of wide as he goes, "Were you able to talk this whole time?"
He nods.
Oh, this is a surprising turn of events.
It is. Uh, do you remember how you guys took off with the airship and left me and Milk here?
I he kind of stops and like puts a huff on his chin for a moment. I remember that. I remember looking behind us as we flew and seeing a figure with a scythe. I couldn't exactly make it out, following after us. Why do you ask?
Uh, I just want to explain. I mm, asked him to pretend he couldn't speak so I could maybe have an ear to listen to you guys in case you ever decided to leave me behind again. I'll let you know I never actually went through with it and had him spy on any of you.
Fair enough. I Burn sort of like his expression softens, and it's like because by this point the anger over B4 having gone through the execution and dealt with it, he allows himself to show uh, a bit of, I don't want to say remorse, but sympathy. He he simply nods and goes, "Nightshine, I'm so sorry."
Don't worry. But he looks down to Lord Weasel. I kind of don't want to lie anymore, so I wanted you to know about this too. And talking about lies, you you weren't with us when Amethyst kidnapped me, did you?
No, I was not. I think that happened before I met up with you guys.
So, uh, we all agreed to let her go, and then Milk asked someone to kidnap her behind our back.
It, as as Nightshine says that, burned his uh his scarred eye kind of like twitches a bit. I'm sorry. He did what? And
Mm-hmm.
it's like his eye just it starts the a good example is like the not so much as a pinky sense, but when Twilight has her little insanity episode, how it's just like twitching that fast. He he had somebody kidnap her.
At the moment, he did voice that he wanted to bring her to the question, which is to say, have her being tortured to see if she knew anything. Uh, I I tried to make it clear that she was just a mercenary working for someone who worked for the demon, probably wouldn't do anything. And the rest of the group also would rather let her go than not let her go in hopes that she would become an ally. But that's besides the point. We as a group made a decision, and Milk went behind us and did whatever he wanted to. I'm actually also a bit worried he may try to do the same with that one zebra alicorn we let go.
Shisha.
I, I, yeah, Shisha.
This is not good. This is very not good at all. If he tries doing that on her, then we're all in a big heap of trouble. Not only that, but her son's life is at stake. I believe you know
Uh,
her son personally, don't you, Nightshine?
I, I do know of him. I mean, I met him a bit. He kept mostly for himself. But
Duck seemed very interested in him.
yeah, shut up, you. Uh, uh, I'm not too worried that Milk may do something drastic. He only really does something like that when he has someone who can take a punch for him, or has someone else do it for him. So at the worst, he may just annoy her. But you, I don't think we can be sure anymore.
He's been lying to us this entire time.
Also, uh, I don't know if you'll notice how he be he was trying really hard to become friends with Crystal Heart.
Hmm. I believe I recall that, yes.
I sh- I'm just worried that maybe he's not as much concerned with bringing order for order's sake as much as just being a tool for him to spread the nightmare. I just want you to think twice before you take anything he said for granted. I I don't think he really stands with us. I think he just see us as good tools to fight this demon.
Hmm. You make a valid and fair point.
I'm not going to say that I hate him, but I don't think we should be very trustworthy of him anymore. I
Yeah, I could. Sorry.
I still hold out that he may have good intentions, but I'm not so sure at this point. I tried to confront him about it. I I may have been a tad too aggressive, which made him run away in fear.
Where did he run to? Is there anywhere within running distance so we could?
What?
He at that Burn sort of like stops and he says out loud, "Oh right, I forgot he's a spellcaster."
Yeah, he plane shifted. I can't even tell if he's safe now, but I I I hope he is.
At this point, Burn sort of like stands up on his hind legs and he puts his forehooves on his face. And he just goes, "Oh, geez, this can only mean one of two things. One, hey, he's gonna be all right, and he just needed to go someplace else to calm down. Or B, which is he's probably really pissed off still, and probably wants to deal with you. Which we
Yes. Uh, in either case, the best idea I could come up with was we I would go try to talk with Midnight Vision about this. He I I can't reach Milk, but he may be able to reach him, and we can talk and make a deal because I still want Milk to help us dealing with this demon. I
yeah.
I, I do need to ask you and Alex. Uh, Thankfully, you have my vote. I want to continue working with Milk, but I do want to know how you feel.
Or
If
sort of like
anything, if anything, I will bring him back here where it's safe if I can, and you can talk with him before making a decision. I
hmm,
just want to know if do you have any problem with me just bringing him back here, or do you think we should try something else?
hmm. Burn soon returns to his all four of his hooves on the ground, and he goes, "Well, I don't mind working with him. Like he's stumped. He's mostly trying to formulate his words, and he goes, I don't mind working with him and fighting alongside him. I just don't. I mean, he kidnapped and tortured Amethyst. I know I've met
Well,
her before. Uh,
which is also which I would like to tell you. Um, you do seem to have some people in the city you care of. You should be careful not to. piss off anyone. If anything, I'm more than happy to just being the one. I mean, I can't make myself not be kidnapped easily enough. So,
Fair. The only yeah, I try to care about other ponies and other beings, but
uh, I just mean, and I'll be as direct as I can. Uh, I don't think Milk really think of us too highly. I think
yeah.
if he'd find it that it would be more worthwhile to kidnap one of the people that you are training to become a Chaos Knight and put a knife to their neck and force you to do stuff, I think he would do so.
Well, if he did that, I would find a way to take him down. He he says that with a purely stoic expression. I would find a way to take him down, and it would cause him to think twice.
I, I, that being said, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but just I'm in a lucky place. I don't have anyone he can easily reach for, but you do so. You should be more careful.
Yeah.
But after all that, do you still agree with me that we should try talk with him?
Yes, I actually do think that would be a wise decision.
Uh, I can go talk with Midnight Vision alone. That may be for the best.
If you feel you can do it, then by all means.
I'll just try to make Milk not be pissed at anyone but me. That will be easier to handle.
Yeah. I've kind of also noticed that Crystal Heart is, even though he's trying to become the king, he really doesn't reach out to those that to those that could actually, help him in his pursuit.
Uh, Actually, I saw him walking and talking with some people who were trying to help. I He does seem to be trying, at least. I'll say that. I, sh- I'm just not sure how successful he may be, and uh, you may hate me for this, but I I do hate the Duchess, but I can respect her. I feel almost indifferent about Crystal Heart, but I really don't have any respect for him. And apparently, the people who have he been siding with have no problem with kidnapping and killing people if that will help them. Which is to say, I think I may side with the bitch instead of siding with the one who's been dealing with basically criminals.
Burn sort of he gives a nod at that and goes, "Yeah, I after I took some time to think about the past, I've realized that the Duchess may be, as you so eloquently said it, a bitch. But I at least am able to find respect for her. Crystal Heart, he doesn't really. I can't really find much to respect of him. I mean, he's a decent enough stallion and all, but besides that, he really hasn't done anything to earn my respect.
That could be due to time, but we are pressed for time. Uh, I did have a very bad idea, which I may go through with it.
He's sort of like he Byrne looks to you, Nightshine, and goes, "What? Please run it by me so I'll know
Uh,
what exactly you're thinking, because I really don't want something to go awry and have you in the center of it."
so there is this witch. She makes very powerful love potions.
Oh, oh,
What if we make the both of them fall in love with each other?
oh, that. Bird actually legitimately starts coughing audibly, and he goes, are you sure that's a good idea?
Look, do you see Alex?
I mean, I
E-
kind of wish Alex was here for that to be able to add his 2 cents into this. I mean, I will as a GM, it's not the worst. If you want a king and queen, there you go.
yeah, that's true.
Anyway, I'll
Uh,
be quiet now.
no, no, you're fine. It's just like that got. I was like so out of left field.
Uh, uh, look, Barn, do you see Alex?
Yeah,
Do you see how he's very happily married to Lightning?
yeah.
He drank one of those potions.
He Bird sort of has like this sudden blank expression, and he just looks at you, Nightshine. His eyes just blink. That's all he's doing is he's blinking. He's like, then 5 seconds later, he's like, "I'm sorry, what?"
Well, you see, they had the potion in hand. They didn't know what to do, so they drank it, and
Um,
they fell in love with Lightning.
Alex, he's in the room
I
with you. Are you saying it right in front of him?
I am saying that in front of Alex.
Um, well, he'll have to react to that one later. I mean,
I
are you probably acting like, nah, I've always loved her because
uh, uh,
so
but my point is, before Alex drank that potion, I never saw him smile, and he seemed a lot happier afterwards. So
mm,
maybe love will make the judges not be a bitch. Maybe love
possibly
will make Crystal Hearts be more, I don't know, more someone. He doesn't really have a personality.
more or less of a blank slate.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, you could do that to any stallion in this city with the Duchess. In all fairness, like,
no, you don't. The point is, we can make both of them who are trying to become king, both of them kings. That way they won't fight anymore. And no one needs to die.
so So at that point, there are different things. Nightshine can visually see like these thoughts, these just stray, incoherent, uh, what the hell, thoughts running through his eyes up into his brain, and he's like, "So you mean king and queen, right? Or did you mean to say kings?"
I'm king and queen. I'm sorry if I misspoke English.
No, no, it's all right. I just I would double check because it's like I was thinking to myself, how should I respond to that? Should I be a sarcastic dick? uh, I mean, it could work. That's also assuming that they both see one. I assume that the way this potion in particular works is the person drinks it, and the first person that they see, they fall in love with. That's tell
That
me if I'm
seems
wrong.
that seems to be what happened. Yes.
So we would have to get them both together in like a private uh dining experience. Have it to where they both drink it, both of them fall in love with each other, being the only two in the room.
That would be easy enough. The main problem is I don't know where this witch is. But I would like to voice my plan in case we ever do meet her again. Which I will try to do.
Burn, Burn sort of he rests a hoof over his mouth. He goes to speak by raising it, puts his hoof back over his mouth, sets his hoof on the ground. I mean, I'm okay with this. It seems harmless enough.
I'm happy that you agree with me, and he nods.
Yeah,
I
it,
should
it it seems harmless enough. So I mean,
I mean,
as long as there's no foul intentions.
technically, that's
only
unity.
love.
Technically, it's a form
Uh,
of unity.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. It is a form of unity.
Um,
Where is this witch the last time you guys met her?
It was here in Vilja Town, but she travels around. She may be somewhere right now, which I can check tomorrow maybe, but I also don't have any money, so that's an issue.
Fair enough. Uh, I know that I know that Milk Thistle's still holding on to 2,000 gold of mine, so when he gets back, I might have to see about getting that back from him. Uh,
Uh,
hmm?
GM, can I roll something to know how much that potion would probably cost?
knowledge arcana.
Knowledge Arcana. And I'll even add my 1d6.
Is the 1d6 in that? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Okay. So you know the the simple version what you and Duck had is relatively cheap, but that's not the one you're thinking of. You're thinking of the one with Alex. Um,
yeah.
technically, um, it's it's not something you can just make. It requires a special ingredient to even be able to do this. Uh, you rack your brain and you remember that Duck mentioned about the witch taking her blood. Um,
Yeah.
but with that and the fact you probably need Duck's blood, it will probably cost in the area of about, well, purchasing it will be an issue. A potion like that might cost anywhere. Would normally cost over 1,000 gold pieces to produce. You probably could sell it for a lot more, given if it just requires duck's blood. That's a rare commodity. Um, but you don't quite know fully what goes into the making of it. Do you have knowledge? What is it? No, it's a magic. It is a wondrous item. Um, it it's possibly going to be in the area of over 1,000 gold pieces, easy to make, but the how to make it will probably be very is the difficult bit. Probably only the witch really knows how to make it most likely, and you need duck's blood. That two things together, um, you reckon it will be probably just over 1,000 gold pieces, but to produce, but somebody could sell this for quite a lot more.
I see.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind. But uh, for now, I think I should get going to talk with that Midnight Vision guy.
I probably will be. I don't know.
There's
I
a
guess
sudden
wandering.
knock on the door.
Yes. Who is it?
You hear a voice call out. It's Thunderclap. You guys in there?
Oh. Yes. One moment, please. And Bernd is gonna walk to the door and unlock it. He's gonna open and go and says, "Is everything all right, Thunderclap?"
The ship's arrived. It landed in the pond.
Oh,
Nice.
right.
Uh, Nightshine is going to tell tell Lord Weasel a thing.
That's
I will DM you on Discord because it's a bit of a secret.
okie dokie.
Uh,
I assume
I,
Alex will possibly excuse himself to go and see his wife.
More than likely.
Yes, unless you wish to keep him for anything else.
Nah. Uh, Bernd will let him leave the room.
um, actually, yeah, no, Nishane's going to tell him. No, probably better not. He will stop midway. Uh, yeah, I, I I guess we are done here then. I'm sorry to bother you on this day you have been looking for about as long as you lived.
Oh no, it's totally right. I'm thankful that that you pulled me aside. Thank you, Nightshine.
Uh, Thank you. And Nishane's going to give him a little nod and start slowly walking back to the temple.
Hmm. Uh, Bernd is gonna give Thunderclap a smile, and he's gonna say, what is it that you would? Is there anything you would care to do? I
Well,
mean, hmm?
I'm heading back to the park. I just, uh, I just was going to pass the message along that the ship arrived.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll probably head to the park myself or head over to the ship or something. It's a nice day. We should or a nice evening. We should enjoy it.
Actually, I didn't check what the weather was today.
Hmm? Did we lose someone?
There was some light drizzle, but otherwise
Ah,
it's a fairly warm day, so it's been on and off. But it's currently not
ah,
raining, but it is overcast.
all right. Yeah, Bird is gonna go and mingle in the park. He's gonna stop by the ship and make sure how things have been. Uh, I know that we still need to pay the crew for the month.
Yes, you do.
So that's what 100 gold pieces each.
Something like that. I believe Milk Thistle was keeping the books on how much they need to be paid and had the money to pay them as well.
Right. Mm. So yeah, once he gets to the ship, he's gonna walk over to. He's gonna try to find Swift Gadget.
Uh, so she won't be on the ship. There's a party with alcohol, so that's
Oh,
where she's going to be.
oh right, yeah. In that case, yeah, he's gonna just go and mingle around.
Nightshine, heading to the temple.
Nightshine. Yeah, slowly.
You get up to the entrance of the temple slowly, um, and the guards stop you from entering and goes, "I'm sorry, the temple is still closed currently uh, for repairs."
Uh, Nishane's going to take a quick look inside, see if he can see anyone.
You do see steel.
Okay, Nightshine is going to try to wave to steal.
You do know his vision is not as good as others, as he's missing an eye. So you probably would need to do something other than visual cues.
You
Uh,
should say his name.
uh, I can I call out for him without being too loud?
You could try.
I'll try to call out to him without being too loud.
You're like, steal.
Steal here.
um, you have to do it twice, but he eventually looks over in your direction and comes trotting up towards the door. Nightshine, are you alright?
Uh, kind of am, but uh, is Midnight Vision inside here?
I do not know, I'm afraid.
Can you ask these nice people to let me in?
Still just looks at him and goes, um, I will. I will keep an eye on him. He is perfectly fine to enter. With that, they seem to be happy to let you pass in.
Yay. Uh, well, Nightshine got company, and he's going to the Midnight Wing.
As you're heading there, still goes, do you still require any assistance?
Uh, I I think this is something I need to do on my own. Thank you.
That's fine. I will return to the cleanup efforts. If you need me, I'll be in the main hall, just helping with the removal and moving of the stone.
Gotcha.
Don't cause any trouble. I have vouched for you.
I won't start anything.
Good. Take care.
Hmm. I'll try. Nightshine's going to give him a nod and slowly go to the Midnight Wing.
So the Midnight Wing is starting to get busier. There are a few more clerics around than there is during the day. So they're obviously starting to get up ready for activity.
I do I see Midnight Vision?
No.
I'll ask someone who cares to answer if Midnight Vision is here, and that I need to speak with him.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I forgot. The temple's closed. So brain fart.
Oh,
Yeah, so there will be just like one of the clerics in here who seems to be just mostly keeping an eye on things. Sorry, I completely forgot the temple is closed. They're still doing ceremonies in the outer bit.
Nightshine's going to approach him and say that he needs to speak with Midnight Vision and that it is important.
Can I inquire of the nature of why you need to speak with him and who you are?
Uh, Tell him Nightshine needs to talk with him about an issue with dealing with a demon.
Any? I'm sure I'll be able to answer any questions that you might need about demons.
Uh, it is a demon in particular.
Do you know?
He will understand.
Well, I would recommend cold iron or finding out its weakness, which often will be holy damage.
Uh, okay, let's try again. Tell him Nightshine had an issue with one of his followers, and he needs his help so they can continue working together.
I see. I will relay the message. Remain here.
Nightshine's going to keep watch as he waits.
Um, the the temple seems fairly quiet. The cleric himself only disappears for about a minute before re-entering the temple wing and just going about his sort of what he was doing anyway, which seemed to be just general keeping an eye on things, straightening things up, cleaning up after the mess. So, but at which point he doesn't sort of come over to you and speak anymore unless you want to go and speak to him. But your guess is he's either relayed it to somebody else so he can resume his normal duties.
Nightshine's going to wait for 5 minutes.
What happens if 5 minutes pass?
He will wait another 5 minutes up to 15 minutes, I guess.
Okay. So after 11 minutes, um, the door will open once again, and you will see Midnight Vision appear uh, at the door, and
No,
he will step forward. Ah, Nightshine, you were missing at this.
Daddy.
You remained in the crowd instead of being on the stage.
I thought some people wouldn't want me there, and I really just wanted to make sure no problems happens to Burnt. It was his moment.
Are you planning to try and cast any spells on myself?
No,
Good.
I
As a warning, attempting to do so will be far less pleasant for yourself. Come this way.
Nightshine's going to follow him, cautiously looking around.
He's taking you towards the door he appeared from.
Yeah, he will go through the door.
He will lead you into basically the back area. You've been in these areas before, and he takes you to basically what seems to be like a private study of his, where he lets you come in and gestures to what looks like a fresh cup of tea. As he gestures towards it, do you wish any tea?
No, I wait. It's going to look down. Was milk here?
Milk has not been in here. Well,
Uh,
not today anyway.
okay. Uh, I do have one problem I need your help with.
And
Uh, uh, I do. We are in a private room, right?
if you wish it to be even more private, that normally comes
Uh,
with
n-
additional charge.
no, Nightshine. That was me asking the GM.
Oh
Are
yeah,
they alone?
there's no one else in the room now.
Okay. Well, me and my group had agreed to let Amethyst go, and I do firmly believe that Milk went against our agreement. And when I confronted him, he plain shifted somewhere else, and I cannot reach him. And I would like your help getting him back. Sorry, I would need your help getting him back so we can continue dealing with this demon.
Why would he? Why did he plane shift of all things?
I was a bit too aggressive.
I see. He takes a seat and pours himself out a cup of tea. So instead of, was this aggression? Did you attempt to attack him or harm him in any way?
Nightshine is going to sit down and l- look roughly in Midnight Vision direction. I tried to talk, but he was very adamant of not caring what anyone thought but his own opinions. I honestly lost a bit of my head.
So aggression was started, I see. And instead of
Well, he did start by going against the group. I won't say that I didn't return in kind, but I won't say that it was me who started it.
would it be possible he was acting uh, what he thought was the group's best interest? I'm sure he had his reasons for doing what he wished to do.
The whole group agreed, and he was very well aware of our agreement.
And what was the agreement?
We let Amethyst go in hope that we could turn her into an ally.
And did you let her go?
Not all of us.
So he he took her away at that moment.
I really don't want to do this. He knew what we all agreed to. He very well went against what all of us agreed and wanted, and he is well aware of it.
How much do you know of worshipping of the nightmare?
I happen to know a great deal, actually.
Ah, then would you say that his actions were possibly in line with how the nightmare would expect him to react?
I would say no. For one, from what I know, the nightmare preaches loyalty, and he was disloyal.
And what actions would you say were disloyal?
He went back on our agreement.
Of letting
This
Amethyst go, correct?
of not torturing her.
Ah, so it was he tortured her.
He asked to bring her here and have her tortured, and we said no. We all agreed to not do it, except for him.
So it's not that she was let go, which is the issue. It is more of that you did not wish her to be tortured, and she was. I take it.
I do not wish for my teammates to lie to me. And the past day, I have been very vocal about wanting to save Amethyst because I believed she was kidnapped by someone who was from the enemy. It was a, it was plenty of time to him admit it if he wanted, but he insisted on keeping the lie.
Ah, but it sounds like you worked it all out in the end, or did he speak of it when you confronted him?
He didn't say no when I accused him. It was very clear from the questions she was asked that it only could have been done by some few ponies and only one had the means.
And And you want my help to get him back, or ensure you have a mutual party to speak?
I would ask on the very least to tell him or help me go to where he is, either by sending a message or scrying on him so I can bring him back because he could be miles away from here. But if you no, that's how I would ask of you.
Does he not have the ability to send a message to you directly?
He does, but I worry he may be not really expecting a warm welcome. So I would at least like him to know that we will continue working together if he does come back.
I see. Well, I will see what I can do, but I would say wait for him to reflect on his failures, and once he's done that, I'm sure he'll be in contact.
I do want to ask, uh, was there any important information that Amethyst gave out?
Amethyst? That's the. Actually, I'm trying to think. Did you ever bring Amethyst to Midnight Vision?
No. He did mention Amethyst yesterday. I see. Oh, Amethyst was kidnapped, and we should go help her.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that when he was about. And Amethyst, she was obviously the one kidnapped.
Yes, I
What of her?
I would. What?
What do you mean secrets?
We have the same enemy. I really just want to work together and defeat this demon.
That is understandable. But do you share all your secrets with everybody?
I shared them out with Milk.
Then, then hopefully, Milk will trust you as much as you have trusted him. But if you wish to learn more of, or be granted access to any possible number of secrets within the nightmare, you would have to swear allegiance first. Or what might or might not be true is not what anything will be discussed. But if you wish to speak more of his actions and help you understand it, then I will listen and offer words of wisdom. But that's all I will be able to offer you, Milk. No, Nightshine.
Nightshine.
Uh, if I were to swear allegiance, would I need to pray for the nightmare?
Yes, that would be expected of you.
Then I'm afraid not. I don't have anything against her, but that is not who I look up to.
It is understandable. Not everyone can accept her into their lives. It is a can be a difficult path to walk. There is no shame in that.
Well, thank you for your time, and thank you for helping us with before.
I do have one thing I must ask before you leave.
Yes?
Why did you feel the need to attempt to cast a spell on a council member while you were stood directly in front of them.
I feel like me and him could help each other, and I try to make him trust me a bit more.
I see. You do have much to learn on things, and I'm sure you could be taught a lot should you decide to accept the nightmare into your heart. But for now, it seems that you are too torn, and still feel yourself drawn to the Moon Princess.
Well, she did visit me, so, but at the same time, I have been feeling more keen towards Soft Whisper.
Soft Whisper, one of the one of the one of the gods of one of the other races. He says,
She is a god of the ponies too. She's just not very worshipped by them.
"I see. Well,
Well,
I will
thank
bid
you
you.
for your time.
I will bid you good day, and perhaps if you require a place to discuss things, then you can discuss them here. Should the two of you need a place to have a meeting.
I'll keep that in mind. And should you need help, I will consider. You will give him a little bow and start leaving. And Naisha is going to pray to Soft Whisper. Thank you, I didn't die.
He will say, as you walk out, know your place.
And Naisha is going to stop and look back. What do you think my place is?
That is for you to know, just as long as you know your place.
Naisha is going to still make a little thank you to Soft Whisper, but he's going to live in thought, thinking about life. Now, I heard there was alcohol somewhere for free.
I think by the time you're probably going to get there, I think most of the free alcohol is going to be gone, and it'll be people just selling it now.
Uh, Nightshine's going up on the ship.
The ship's probably going to be empty for the most part, except for probably Lightning and Alexandrite.
I believe they are in the bedroom, right?
That's most likely where they're going to be.
Ah, Alex, did you... Wait, I'll let you decide if you want to tell the pregnant mare the bad news or not.
Bad news.
Give her half of the bad news now, so that way she can cry for 3 days and then say, wait, it's worse than we thought.
God. Oh God, that's horrible.
No, what would be horrible is it's not as bad as we thought. Give her the bad news, but in a good way, so she feels kind of sort of okay about it. Then give her the full bad news. That way she has a mental breakdown.
Anyway, Nightshine's going to excuse himself from his friends and he will try to remember on the ship that Milk would spend most of his time. Not considering the bedroom because there are people in there.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was on deck for a lot of the time. I think he would pray in the main hold, as it's the largest space sort of inside. And when it got dark, or well, you know, when it was dark, he'd be on deck. When it got really windy and maybe the weather was unpleasant.
Uh, Nightshine is going to look for maybe a piece of hair fur from him.
Um, I will be honest. Most of down here does not. No one's really gone to huge efforts of cleaning it, other than just sort of the light cleaning. So there is a lot of muck because you've used the ship to ferry troops and stuff over. So trying to find something which you know is definitely milk thistles isn't. It's going to be near on impossible.
Anything with tea.
Uh, no, because he's generally very good at cleaning up his equipment when it comes to his tea. He's very
I can't believe
he's very
he thought of
meticulous.
this that far ahead. Uh, I guess Nightshine is going to sit on the main place by the books and start contemplating life with Lord Weasel. Oh yeah, he's going to also copy a scroll to his brand new book.
Ah, scroll in new book. Um, Anyone else want to do anything in particular this evening? One thing will happen depending where people are. But if not, we'll move to the next morning.
Offhand, I can't really think about anything that Bird would do. Uh, he would probably be drinking and
Celebrating, yeah, which is
like,
fine.
yeah, celebrating. The part of me would say he gets blackout drunk after going on Bender, but that's like way out of character for him.
um,
Oh my god, I was gonna spend 500 gold on.
Nightshine, will you just sort of sit, look at books, contemplate life, and sleep in one of the chairs there? Um,
Yeah, I'm just going to learn a new spell and maybe talk with Lord Weasel about future, the past, the present.
All right. So, rough. The only interesting thing, what generally will happen is around about 1 a.m., where when Nightshine is woken up, um, as
Oh wait, before Nightshine goes to bed, he's going to cast Keep Watch on himself and Lord Weasel.
oh well, then you don't have to sleep. You'll be awake all night.
Yeah,
Wait, what are you casting?
Keep Watch.
Okay.
Well, then you will
Because
notice.
he...
Then you will. Then
Sorry?
you just sort of sit quietly in the sitting room, basically. So you stay fully awake and can do minor things as long as it doesn't require concentration.
Yeah,
Then
some light reading.
so then you will notice the drunken Pegasus who comes down and finds you sat there reading as she stumbles over to you and goes, "Ah, you reading books? I read books." This is the captain, by the way.
I know, I was just trying to think what I say to her. Ah, wait, you should read books. You... All these books are yours, and you know how to do all those cool things. You read books. Don't give me shit for it.
I wasn't.
Nice.
I've been trying to find somebody to join me. Perhaps you will, assuming you're all alone.
I have Lord Weasel.
He
We
can
have...
come along as well.
Ah, okay.
Uh, Come to my quarters, as she will grab you by the scruff of your neck and
Ah,
try and pull you along.
no, not there. No, no, not again. No, no.
All right then. I,
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no, no. Look, look. I, I'm not going to reason with a drunk person, am I? No, I'm not. Uh, no. Bad mayor. Very
Shouldn't
bad mayor.
GM? Shouldn't he have to make a will save considering how much he's had to drink already?
He didn't drink much today.
he has. I mean, he's drunk a little bit earlier in the day, and I mean, he's had plenty of time to sober up at this point. So I'm not going to be that
yeah.
mean.
Right, but when an alcoholic says I haven't drunk that much, they've already gone through their first pack.
Well, he didn't go out and buy any additional alcohol, so he stopped drinking about 7, and it's now 1 a.m. So I'm gonna let him off.
Okay.
Uh,
While you're sat around all by yourself like this, clearly you're waiting for something. As she says,
I,
wobbling on her hooves.
it's it's bad time.
It's always a bad time.
No, it's bad time, as in to sleep.
I was agreeing. I think it is bedtime. Come along, we'll go to bed.
No,
No, anyone but me.
I don't have anything prepared for this today. No, I don't.
I mean, if you really wanted to try getting her away from you, you could always say, "Hey, go after this person." I'm sure they'd rather do it.
Uh, yeah, and I realized would have actually had done something different, but too late now. I guess contemplating life is what Nashan would do because he said. But yeah, no, he's trying to keep his distance from the drunk mayor.
I mean, you could always reroute her to someone else.
There's no one here. No one that's not married. Wait.
What?
Oh no, what did we subject our crew to?
I don't know.
No.
Then
I don't know. What did we subject our crew to?
I'm going to try to. No, I'm not going to make her drink from my water. So no. Uh, have you considered stop drinking?
why would I want to stop drinking?
uh, I don't. Do you want to sit down and have a talk about life?
What about life?
Tell me about your parents.
She will sit down in her chair and will start telling you about her parents. She kind of first of all goes, "I don't really know my mum. She just, I don't know what happened. Dad never talked about her, so it was really with Dad. I'd, we were mostly living rough when we were all young, and well, when I was little. That was until we broke into the library. I had to. I was small and was able to hide in there and opened found a window and opened so they all could sneak in. And then that's when we stole the ship. As she taps her the table to indicate the ship. And then we went sailing all around. Well, flying all around, and were able to cause all sorts of havoc. And those were good times until the ship broke, and then we had to land it in the water, and then everything became very difficult. Can't really pirate things when it's difficult to make a getaway, and there's only a limited area you can operate in. But we managed to. We made a run of it, but it became more and more difficult. But then we threw down anchor in Prisma. No, not Prisma. Ah, Silver. It was all Silver. walls, the big silver tower. I met you there. You remember what it's called?
No, we didn't.
Didn't we?
Wait, did we?
I thought it was silver something.
It was Silver Dream.
Yeah, silver drink. That was it. And
Uh,
we set we laid anchor there, and apparently they heard of some rumours of somewhere where there may be parts to fix the ship, and they set off to go and find it, and left me in charge of the vessel, and so I stayed on board, tinkered, and then they never came back. And at that point, she starts sobbing.
Nightshine's going to comfort her.
And and it was just me, and I stayed. I fiddled with the ship, played with things, but no one came back. And so I just went to the went to the bar and just drank, and then the coin on the ship run out, so I sold stuff off, and they still never came back.
Is that why you're okay with a bunch of people living on your ship now? Do you feel lonely? Nightshine says that without laughing.
I mean, everybody else just kind of left me alone, and
Yeah,
unless
Nightshine's going to hug her.
she hugs you back. She gives a few snotty sniffs,
Nightshine's going to let it happen.
and she goes, oh, "I don't think I've ever told anyone that." And she then passes out.
Oh, I, I, I going to. Yeah, no, she's drunk. I'm going to put her on the floor and clean myself. And then Nightshine's going to go back to crying. A bit more now.
Hmm.
All right, morning comes. Where's the dawn button?
Mm.
That's to dusk.
A new dawn has arisen. Three
It's
days
time.
remain.
It's time to prepare spells.
All right.
Mhm.
The captain remains sleeping on the floor. Um,
Mhm.
when you the captain pretty much stays just sleeping on the floor entirely all night. As that's where you left her.
Uh,
Um,
Nightshine is going to see if he can find Burns.
I don't know where Burnt probably. I don't know wherever his Chaos Knights ended up sleeping.
Yeah. He would have
Uh,
probably shown them like the HQ. Well, no, we're not going to the HQ yet. We still have that damn bomb there. The last thing I need is for any of them to drunkenly kick it in their sleep. It's like, all right, everyone, let's knock out and just wake up early in the clink. Oh fuck! Boom!
If you Thunderclap would actually indicate there's beds and stuff in the Seekers Temple. They're not the Seekers Guild. And
Right? Yeah, yeah. In that case, we'll go to the Seekers Guild. Like I said, the
uh,
last thing we need is for anyone to
yeah,
inadvertently set that bomb off.
um, Thunder Rider's there along with I can't remember the gem pony's name. It's been so long since you guys interacted with him.
Uh, Nightshine's going to write a letter, actually. He will write three small letters and ask the people on the crew that if they see either burned Alex or milk to give it to them. And the letter basically says, let's meet tomorrow at Opal Starvin to discuss about demons things.
You hand it over to the crew. They're like, all right then. I probably at that moment for comedic factor, Alex will appear out of the bedroom with with lightning, and one of the crew members, oh, I've got a letter for you.
Nice.
For comedic
Wow,
value.
a letter when you. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wow, a letter that you're handing to him 5 feet away from him, and you could easily tell him.
Nightshine is going to prepare his spells, take a deep breath, and he's going to cast Teleport.
Where are you teleporting to?
His house.
Whose house?
He's the, yeah, the house where he grew up.
Oh, you grew up.
Yeah, Knight's house. He's going to see his parents.
Roll me a D100.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that's
it's like the most familiar place you could be, so it's the best, highest one. Yeah, you're on target. Uh, where did you want to be? Outside, inside?
uh right outside.
Okay, you appear outside in your small hut.
Nightshine's going to make sure he doesn't look dirty, and he will knock on the door.
Um, the door will open, and the familiar look of inside your place, which was a fairly small, basically hut thing, like a living room, kitchen, dining area, and obviously the the doors off what lead into the simple bedrooms. It will be your mother who will most likely be answering the door, and she will let out a sudden gasp uh, at you appearing there again, and um, uh, will probably just give you a hug and go, "You've returned to us! Oh, after all these
I
months!"
I came to visit.
What? Only to visit? You're not coming back to stay?
No, turns out there's a lot out there in the world, but uh, I I can't teleport now, so I'm going to visit more often.
Well, I should expect so.
You will meet my wife.
You got married?
I did. It was crazy.
You didn't invite us to the wedding? And you didn't even
Uh,
come back here for the wedding.
it was like we met. She drugged me, and then we married inside 1 hour.
Are we expecting any grandchildren?
Uh, in about 50 years, yes. Maybe when I settle down.
Well, um, uh, she will call your father to obviously come out, and he probably appear fairly quickly. Well, where's your wife? Uh, Granted,
She's
in
not
space you've
here.
been married and everything else like that. Um,
Y-
what do you mean she's not
But,
here?
uh, well, it's a long story, and Nightshine's going to catch up with his parents for a bit.
Um, so catching up with your parents, they still treat you very much like they did before you left, which is kind of like a child, which is kind of why
Nice.
I think one of the reasons why you left in the first place. They kind of treated you like a kid still. Um,
Nice.
your dad does tell you you were grounded for leaving when you were told specifically not to,
That's not nice.
and you are going to come and help him work for the day.
Uh,
Um,
Nightshine's going to help him for all times. Uh, I don't know how many hours he's going to spend helping his dad, but after they are done, Nightshine's going to leave them some money and say he's going to visit his wife now.
they will. Well, can't we meet her?
Uh, you can, but I can only teleport so much a day, and I guess I can take you guys back here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we can. Let's go meet my wife. He will take his parents and cast teleport on. What's the name of that place?
What's it?
Mouse Reach.
Mermaid's Ridge,
Yeah.
yeah. Your mum will say she needs to get some things to before you leave, and she'll spend about half an hour getting stuff ready. And
Nightshine is going to leave 10 platinum on the table for them.
okay, are you teleporting in the evening or?
I have no idea how long his father is going to make him work.
I mean,
But he,
it'll be a full day's work, so you finishing at 5, unless you
yeah,
convince him to stop early. Which
no, he's going to work until 5. Which, oh yeah, I also need to see if that witch is still here before we leave. That's what Nightshine is going to do while he waits for his mother to get ready.
surprisingly enough, this is where the witch is.
Shot in the dark.
Knock, knock.
Because this is where you found her originally, if I remember correctly.
This is, yeah,
She returned home.
this is, yeah. Hello, witch.
She looks at you and goes, "What are you doing here?"
I came to visit my parents. It's been a long time.
Oh, of course, of course. What do you need? Something for a rash or headache?
Well, I do kind of need more of those love potions.
Oh,
Uh, if you want, I can give you some of my wife's blood, which is that duck which you use for blood.
she she pulls out a jar and goes, which has got a strange liquid in it already, which is about half full, and goes, "If you can fill up the rest of that jar, then I'm sure we can work something out."
Uh,
It'll be, if you would have to guess, it'll be about half a point.
I half a point.
Yeah, you,
Okay,
when you give blood, it's basically you give a pint of blood, so it's about you reckon if in blood quantities, it'll probably be about that much.
okay. Uh,
If you knew
I do
what that, how much that is.
out of character and trying to think.
Basically, it's a doable amount without. Well,
Yeah,
you still will need to be able to make her bleed for a bit, but it's doable.
yeah. But out of character, I have a guess that she may be a more important NPC than she lets on, but I don't think Nightshine has anything to get that idea from her,
The only person
which is a shame.
the only person who had any close proximity or private time with the witch was Lightning.
Yeah, and Lighting never told us that she's a shapeshifter. Nightshine's going to thank her for the book. It has come in handy if we are doing that little retcon.
The book.
Just make a small backstory that Nightshine got his spell book from her,
Oh, okay,
which would,
yeah. No, that's fine. That perfectly makes sense. Yeah. Well, you were an odd child. It only made sense to see if that was the reason why you were odd. I'm sure.
I,
Hopefully, your parents didn't hit you too much for practicing spellcasting. There's superstitious
uh,
lot of them all around here.
well, they did, but I had a lot of time since I left them without a good reason or excuse. But it was fun. I don't regret it.
Excellent. But if you give me my little jar and from your little duck, and I can certainly see about it. Though there will be a charge, but it won't be as much as what I would charge others.
Um, I do want to ask, besides the love potion, do you have any other services?
She gives a little of a laugh and goes, "I thought you was a married stallion."
No, I mean, let's say I hate someone.
Oh, and what sort of hatred is this?
Uh,
Like, I want to poison them so they're dead hatred. I want to poison them so that they're sitting on the loo for the rest of the day, or something in the middle.
I like the Telu. Yes. Uh, let's say I want, but I don't think you would have something to uh, curse someone from very afar towards you.
Don't think anyone has the ability to curse somebody from a long distance. You generally need to see them or have them touch something. So you could curse something, send it to them, and hope they're the only one who touches it. I mean, it will definitely stop the postal thief.
Shine's going to blink for a bit. Uh, curse something. Send it to someone, and they get curse.
Yeah, it's difficult to do, and you need to make sure they're the only one. You have to trust whoever's delivering it. They won't sneak a peek, because if they sneak a peek, then it goes on to them. That's the best thing from a
Huh.
distance. If you don't want to be involved, some of them you can see them and shoot it at them. That works. Most
Curse
people,
delivery.
yeah, spells have some of these curses. Like I said, you can curse an object, you can curse over a distance that requires line of sight. Some of them you need to touch your target.
Uh, I guess I don't have anything in mind right now. Out of character, is there any indication that she is a follower of Kara?
Not that you can tell.
Okay, back in character. You travel around a lot. Have you ever seen smaller ponies, like kid-sized, but they are adults?
You mean like duck?
Yeah.
Only that one.
Huh, that's a shame.
Yes, it is a shame. Is Lightning still keeping a close eye on her?
Lightning got pregnant. She can't do much right now.
Oh, where is Duck now, if not with you?
Uh, she's being taken care of by some people I trust.
Ah, and
She,
traveling around with you, I assume.
uh, Doc, no.
Ah, got a nice little home set up for yourself, have you?
I, I Wouldn't call it a home, but I guess I intend to move there eventually.
Ah, where you're setting up permanent residence then? I might
Are you
be able
going
to
to
stop.
roast this motive for no reason?
She's. I might be able to come by at some point and restock.
I Yeah, we're listening to motive, but Nightshine is going to say it's not really easy to get there. I don't think you can get it there on foot.
She clearly wants to know. That much you are
Hmm.
certain of.
So, do you really want her blood, or is there something else?
I really do want her blood. I mean, it's a good money maker. That.
Uh, you know, I I will maybe find a way. I
Away?
I guess love does make the world go around, right?
Oh, certainly. Make the right two people fall in love. I mean, some people lose complete interest in what they're doing when they find their one true love. Or you make them fall in love with the one person that they probably really shouldn't do. And watch everything explode. Woohoo! Those are always fun.
Uh, no. I'm sorry, but if you that's what you're going to use her blood for, then I'm going to have to say no.
I sell it to whoever wants to buy the potion. They could do what they like.
I n- that sounds wrong.
And
That's fair.
there's those that
Uh,
will do it for love. I mean, would you deny the use for somebody to make that one mare love them back if they love them? Is that wrong? Making
not.
making
I
your
think
worst enemy find their true love so they give up on their business and go after their love of their life? Is that wrong?
I don't think that's wrong, but I'm afraid you're going to, or someone is going to fall in love with someone who's going to take advantage of them.
I mean, what are you planning on using the love potion for?
I want to solve a problem in a way that's better for everyone.
Is it better for everybody or better for you? And is that
Hmm.
not manipulating someone into something? Can't see how that's any better than what I should just suggested.
I You're the second person who tries to justify doing wrong things.
I don't.
What's no?
I'm not justifying anything. I'm just pointing out
Okay,
that
that's fair.
I'm just pointing out that I don't think whatever you're planning is going to be much different to the people I will be selling it to. So I won't judge you, and you don't judge me. Just give me that lovely little duck's blood for us.
I I'm going to think about it. I promise you.
Well, don't think too hard. Just
Naisha is going to give her a nod and go pick her mother up who's not ready yet.
well, I'll be here for a little while.
Uh, and I'll be here for 5 minutes. Goodbye.
Do you take the jar?
I do.
Okay.
Okay. I think now I'm going to take my parents to meet Doc.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one.
Mhm.
Um,
Are is the GM gonna have to get Duck in here?
they're probably going to be busy, to be honest. I do
Uh,
need
his
a roll of D100 to see if you actually land on target first.
I I'm going to think of the bridge, or I yeah no wait, not the bridge. That's where I fucked Doc. I'm going to think of somewhere that's not the bridge, but it's in there.
The village maybe?
It will be in Mau Mau's reach, but
Yeah.
Just yeah. Please, don't make.
Well,
That's a good roll.
you're so on target. The exact point what you were thinking of, you land exactly there.
Nice. And and now I'm gonna grab Duck.
This went places I wasn't quite expecting.
Uh, and Nightshine's going to hope they like Duck, which they obviously do because Duck is lovely. Did my internet die?
No, no, you're here. You're here still.
Okay, sorry.
That's fine.
But yeah, Nightshine's going to spend some time with his family and wife. Nothing too important.
Well, so they're going to be really disappointed the fact that they they didn't get to be there for your wedding and stuff, and Dirk will definitely probably mention the fact that you had like 20 million weddings, um, because that's going to be Dirk, and that's going to definitely upset your mum even more. And I think by the end of it, you're planning to get married again for tomorrow.
Like, ooh, is there any worshipper of Soft Whisper in town?
No, most of the well, you're going to be married by a druid.
That works.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you've got basically this place full of druids. So, um, I mean, they do worship sort of the main pantheon. I think Moon Princess tends to be a bit more of a stronger one on the island. I could be wrong. Um, but yeah, so you end up getting yourself well, your parents and Duck come up with the plan, and basically you're getting married tomorrow again by the druids, and your parents can be there.
Nice.
Um,
Uh,
Duck is probably the one who will come up with that idea.
Nightshine's going to make some time to see if he can speak with the druid headmaster or grand druid.
Yeah, you would be able to have some time to do that. What
Uh,
are you trying to get a one-on-one with him, or do you want the druid council?
uh, Nightshine doesn't
No,
mind
sorry,
either or.
the druid
He,
elders, not the council.
yeah, he's just going to ask him if the stars are saying anything different and tell him what the group has been doing.
Um, they say that the signs in the stars have not changed. Everything is still pointing to the end coming, and there is even a sense within the earth itself that something is coming. Um, it will be soon, but they can't give you a time because um, the senses aren't that acute. But they know there's something coming, and it is building slowly.
Is when that thing comes, is that going to be the end of everything?
That is what the stars point to, or the signs point to. But there's never a guarantee with anything. Things can be altered and changed, but if the author has written the story that it does end, then it will. As the one thing that is always consistent is the author's story.
Mm, would you guys be able to remove A very, very powerful curse.
They look to you. Are you speaking of the one on Duck?
No, there is this item which we believe if we decurse him, we may be able to use to calm down the spirits, to calm down the spirits that's coming and wants to destroy everything.
Hmm. It's most items have a way of decursing things. You just need to
Uh,
know the right way of doing it. So it could be possible, but depending on how powerful the curse is, depends on how long it may take.
we'll see about it bringing it here then. And Nightshine's going to give a nod and go spend time with his family.
They're definitely in the process of planning the wedding. Um, yeah. So
Yeah, Nightshine's
traditional Druidic wedding. So no clothes. You are to be one with nature.
not okay with that. I don't want people to see my wife naked. Wait, she's already naked. Okay, I don't think there's a big issue then.
Well, traditionally in Ponyfinder, ponies do wear clothes, so being naked
Ah,
is more considered taboo rather than like, oh my god, you're naked. You're seen as less civilized, so you can run around naked. People might treat you more like a tribes person than a civilized pony. That would be the only downside of it all.
uh, yeah, Nightshine's going to help with his wife.
So basically, there's going uh, she's going to be covered in flowers and stuff, um, as like a ceremony thing. Um, but um, but yeah, the preparations are fairly straightforward in regards to this sort of thing. Um, your mother does have a number of family traditional stuff that she's brought with her. So that she was planning to give to Duck, but knowing that you're going to get married, that it's going to be given as part of the marriage thing.
Yay.
So, all right, I will leave you with that, and I will then go to the only other person we've got here, which is Burnt. Well, we've got Milk Thistle, but we've done his in secret. Mahaha. Burnt.
All right. So, what Bernd is gonna be doing first thing in the morning before any of his men are even awake, including Thunderclap, he's gonna return to his room at the tavern to get his armor and his bastard sword.
So, as you
And
get up in the morning, there is also already another pony already awake. He's quite an elderly looking pony. Um, and as you're sort of obviously making your way downstairs, he comes and goes, "Oh, morning. Do you want some
oh,
breakfast?"
uh, yeah, what's up? Bird sort of looks at this elderly pony and he's still getting over like the alcohol from the previous night. Yeah, sure. Breakfast sounds good.
Um,
Uh,
he's a yellow colour, but his fur is obviously faded with age. So you get a feeling it was more like quite a bright yellow normally. Um, and he'll go, "All right, well, I'll go and sort out some breakfast. You're the first one up. Wasn't expecting all of you to uh, anyone to be up this early."
yeah, I have to get my equipment and gear on because I have to get back to training the men, well, the troops today.
Oh,
So,
are you joining the Seekers Guild? It'd be good to get
mm,
new blood in.
no, I'm actually Lictor Burned Requiem, so I have to get my Chaos Knights back into the mindset of training. Every now and then, it's nice to have a good day away, but you know, we have to keep our world safe.
I see. Well, it's a shame. The Seeker Guild is mostly been empty. It would have been good to get some new blood in, though there's a few. You've got the two funders um and Shining Heart. No, no, don't use that. Shining Gem, who's been doing wonderful work with bookkeeping and what have you. Uh,
That's a good thing.
ah,
So
it's a shame that
you've
you're not joining us.
so, yeah. Uh, you've been here in Villatown for quite some time, right?
Oh,
If you'll mind me asking.
since I was little.
Were you by chance around when he sort of stops for a moment and he has to like think back. Let me open up his character sheet because even I forget the time sometimes. Right, it's 25. Uh, you recall the news from 24 years ago, right? Of a married couple and their infant to young son being attacked by that uh ruminant that was beheaded yesterday.
No,
Uh,
not all what the commotion was on. Though I don't know what a ruminant is. Um,
it was he sorry.
no, but I never heard of any child and parents being attacked. No.
It was over in, let me just bring up the player map real quick. Okay. It was over by, as he kind of takes a moment to think, let's see. It
Oh,
was in Briston, Lux,
oh,
where it was one of the forested roads on the way from there to Galloping Dam, I believe.
oh. Oh, we wouldn't have got any news from there back then. Things were oh very bad. You,
Oh,
I'm surprised you would. They were even travelling on the road.
well,
Things have settled down for the most part. There's less roaming bands of bandits.
indeed.
But no,
So,
never heard of such thing.
hmm, what's your name, if I may ask?
Oh,
As he sits down and
my
just sets his front hooves on the counter.
I'm Lemon Tea. I'm the caretaker here.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, Lemon Tea.
Yes, I've been I've been looking after these halls. Well, as long as I can remember now, and been seeing them get emptier and emptier as time's been going on. There's,
I,
there were so
I'm sure.
many. There were so many back when I first started, but they all just sort of never returned. Uh,
He,
other than a few.
yeah, Burn sort of, he stops and mulls it over. Well, I'm I'm sure that there will be a time where the Seekers flourish once again. You just have to find the proper leader, I think. No, that's a little too crass. The
Guildmaster.
right. Hmm?
Guildmaster. That's what we had. The Guildmaster.
Yes, yes, you need a. My apologies. My apologies on that. But yeah, the proper. I think if you were to find the proper guild master, that they would all return, and that there would be more people, more ponies, griffins, what have you, signing on.
Yeah.
Who was the prior guild master?
Oh, I can't remember their name. I'm sorry to say. It's been such a long time. But oh, I think last I heard of them, um, they left quite some time ago looking for something. I can't remember exactly what it was. But I think. Oh no, they weren't a guildmaster. No, no, no. I'm misremembering things now. I was thinking of Fast Shadow, but they were not a guildmaster. Oh, I'm not sure to be honest.
Wait, you said they were looking for something?
Um, yes, I don't know what it was, but there's all the Seekers are looking for all sorts of things. Many left to try and obviously help the Empire. Well, help stop the Empire, help fix the Empire, help repair the Empire.
Hmm,
That was everyone's goals, but it's, no one seems to have succeeded so far.
fair enough. Do you recall a pony as Burn sorta goes in thought? Uh, do you remember if there was a pony or not here in Villatown named True Quest?
Hmm.
It was probably years ago.
Oh, True Quest. I mean, they might have been a member of the guild. I'm not sure, to be honest. Oh,
Hmm.
I mean, I can check the records as we keep a record of every member of the Seekers Guild.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. I'm just curious as to like, because I'm trying to pick up a trail that he last left off. I think it was someplace south of Yishing.
I will have to check
And
the. I will have to go into the vault.
fair enough.
Oh, come with me. As he takes you
He's
into like from the area you're sitting down in into the main hall and goes, "Oh, just wait here." He disappears for a few minutes, and he comes back, and he sort of opens up some hidden panels and puts in some keys, and you can hear. Sounds like in the floor as he turns the key. There's some sort of mechanism activating in the floor, and once he's done the final one, the floor itself opens out and reveals a set of stairs leading down. And he goes, "I won't be a moment. I'll just retrieve the book." As
of
he
course
descends down into the floor, basically.
he's walking down that stairway, only it's not mime trick this time.
No. um, he after after about 10 minutes, you hear a voice. "Oh, I could use a help with this thing. It's bigger than I remember."
All right, one moment, and Bernd is gonna head down the stairs and assist Lemon Tea.
So you find him at the bottom of the stairs, and there's actually to say it's a large book is a little bit of an understatement. I'm trying to think of. Do you do centimeters or do you do inches?
Inches.
Inches works for you.
Yeah, we use freedom units in the United States of America.
Okay, 3D unit is not a unit, I'm afraid. So a unit of measurement.
It
He,
is in the United States of America.
even though they're not Okay. So this book is 24 inches by 24 inches in size.
Holy crap, that's a huge book.
Yeah. That's when it's closed, and it's fairly thick. Um, it's it's to the point where it's not fully. You can't close it anymore. It's kind of like bulging outwards because of how many pages in it.
Yeah,
Um,
Burned is sorry.
yeah, okay.
Burned is gonna get on the other side and he's gonna start helping Lemon Tea with lifting this thing up. Oh, this is a huge book. Holy,
Lemon Tea leaves
for
it
the
to
love.
the young, strapping person to do it himself rather than the old, frail pony to
Yeah,
lift.
yeah. So, yeah, Burn's gonna help him with by carrying this thing up the stairs.
He gestures for you somewhere to place it, and it seems almost like um, basically it's something designed actually to fit this book with its size. And he opens it up and opens it up towards towards the final sort of pages. And you do realise there's a lot of more blank space to fill out more information. Um, what it seems to contain is a person's name, a date. Some of them will have another date. Some of them it remains empty, and then there's a section what gives like a description of them, as well as what their cutie mark looks like. Well, sorry, destiny mark of destiny looks like.
All right. Bird is gonna be trying to find anything that references True Quest, like if he was with the guild at all for some time and see where the last couple of jobs that he was on.
He
Uh
asks, how long ago?
let me think.
This is a big book. If we just go page by page, you'll be here for months.
I believe 200 years ago.
Whoa. Oh, that was a long time ago. Well, they won't be alive.
Yeah.
I mean, all this will tell you is their name, when they joined, when they left or died, and their cutie mark and what they look like.
Hmm.
Will that help, though?
It could if I were to head out towards Yisheng and Ebensilk, most likely the south and northeast of those areas, I could ask them, I could ask around and give his description. So yeah, it probably would help.
All right.
Never know, there might.
Well,
Mhm.
200 years ago, I mean, it'll take a while. There's a lot of
Fair
names back
enough.
then. Well, during the height of
Yeah.
the Empire, we had many people joining us back then, so I'll have a look for you.
All right. Thank you very much, Lemon Tea. I really do appreciate this.
No worries. Hopefully, you had a good breakfast.
Yeah, I did. Thank you. It was good. Um, do you, when would you suggest I come back? 2, maybe 3 days?
Um, yeah. Hopefully, you would have found a name by then.
All right. Yeah, I'll be back in 3 days. And with that, he's gonna give a respectful bow before he heads off to Opal's Tavern to get his things.
You collect your things. You now have your things.
Yeah.
Nothing exciting happens at Opal's Tavern.
Mm. He's gonna go and meditate on the in the hold of the airship for now. Uh, I get the feeling that he's gonna come across friggin' passed out Swift Gadget.
Uh, Probably with the crew just sort of like stepping around her, and one of the crew members go, "Oh, I've got a letter for you."
Oh, let's see it then.
He gives it to you.
All right, he's gonna take the letter and open it up and read it. He's gonna go, to tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. I'll. He gives a soft nod. Thank you very much. He's gonna give a respectful tip of his helm to the pony, and so I'm guessing Swift Gadget is like out of it, like flat out pass out, blackout drunk.
She's unconscious, yes. I don't know
All
what the
right.
letter says, but I assume Nightshine's told you.
Yeah, he
Uh,
said earlier, so
yeah.
Oh,
Just let's meet Satopo tomorrow to talk about Demon.
gotcha. Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
so before he goes and begins to meditate, uh Burned is gonna take Swift Gadget and he's gonna put her in her bed in her cabin and make sure that she's not gonna like he moves her onto her side just in case she ends up having to release some bile because he doesn't want her to choke on it.
No, that's fine. Not being that
And
mean to NPCs.
yeah, and then he's gonna officially head into the hold, sit down, and begin to meditate.
All right. I mean, you literally have until tomorrow to. You've got this entire day. You can plan to do something because I know what Nightshine's doing until literally tomorrow, which is basically
True.
getting married.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. In that case, Burns gonna spend like the first 2 hours of the day meditating and doing his deal for the order that he's in. So let's see. I need to do that still.
Well, you're whipping yourself with some chains.
Yeah. And after that, he is once the 2 hours of meditation are done, he's gonna wait at the park for his men and Thunderclap to show so that he can get them back to training.
Yeah. They possibly would already be there, um, given the time difference. Or well, with you meditating for 2 hours and stuff like that, so chances are they would possibly be in the park. So yeah, you can go about starting to begin their training once again.
Yeah. Just see how it goes. I am gonna roll intimidate. Not. I don't want the decks. Seriously? I don't want the deck. The card deck. Nobody wants a deck of many things. Yeah, he's gonna use intimidate to help them out with training. Like he's really pushing them.
Motivate them.
Yep. And that is it for now. I might have something
I
like
would say
for after.
that's significantly intimidating.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just trying to make sure that no one had any plans that would happen um, today. Not that I can think of. Alex probably would be doing stuff, but I have no idea what he would be doing. So I'm not going to worry about that too much at the moment. Um, I'm guessing you're just going to train them for the rest of the day, and then obviously stop trading, go back, relax, and prepare for tomorrow when Nightshine will show up to talk about the demons.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I think you are okay. Um, do we want to push this too much more, or do we want to sort of let Alex have a chance to do stuff at this point? Because I know there's be certain things happening on certain days, and I think most of that will be tomorrow by my calculations.
Yeah, I think we should let Alex have his stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be fair.
Yeah.
Uh,
um, I will check with you guys just to sort of get an idea of. Obviously, Nightshine's going to get married, come back. You guys are going to talk about Demon, whatever that will consist of. Do you know what you're going to be doing the day after, or is that what hopefully will come out of the talk?
uh, I I just want to sit down with the group and decide what we should do next. I have no idea.
No, no,
Mm.
that's fine. So what that will probably be a good conversation with when Alex is here as well,
Yeah.
and and you guys can start putting some plans into motions. Um, are you planning to try and talk Duck into donating blood?
Oh yes.
How would you go about talking her into it?
Um, I'm going to wait until we are alone in bed, and I'm going to make it sound like it's hot.
It's what? Oh,
It's hot.
I got you.
Are you
Do
sure
you
about
wanna
that?
try something quirky, Doc? What if I cut you a little bit?
Oh, I see this just working so well.
Uh, if she says no, he won't push it, but I do expect Doug to say yes. Uh,
Okay.
and Nightshine will be casting Keep Watch on himself and uh, Lord Weasel and Duck, and he will tell Duck if she ever has nightmares to send him a message immediately.
She will go. She will say something like, "Oh my gosh, if I do, will you come and visit me then? Make me keep me safe and cuddle."
Oh, I'll make sure you don't have nightmares again. Don't worry.
Why are you concerned about her having nightmares all of a sudden?
I I need to plan for the future.
Well, sure, but why nightmares specifically? There could be any
Uh,
number of things ailing her.
yeah, I think it's pretty obvious why nightmare.
Nightmare only communicates through nightmares, generally speaking.
Yeah, maybe Duck will end up converting.
I mean,
Nah,
That would be kind of funny.
no.
no. I'm pretty sure the moment a particular deity showed up, Duck will definitely just convert from whatever deity they're following to that deity.
Mm,
The
maybe.
unspoken arrives as every single deity except himself.
You must worship everything but the unspoken.
um,
But I'll send you in the week. How Nightshine goes to his parents and back to the place.
yeah, that's fine.
Your parents seem like nice folks. You should introduce your wife to them.
I did.
He,
No, you didn't.
he,
You're just like, where's your wife? She's not here.
he teleported his folks to go and see his wife.
No, didn't happen.
That's why he's getting married again because they want a wedding and
Yeah.
he
No,
won't be there for it.
no, not true. Hey, you know, if Milk Thistle is still alive, though, you could ask him to reside over the ceremony.
Funny you should ask. Before a lot of this happened, the Nightmare is one of the deities who didn't marry Nightshine and Duck.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unusual. She believes in families too. Families
Uh,
have their use and purpose.
Uh, they actually asked her which one of the two is the dominant one, and they decided to play wrestle to work out who the dominant one is. At
Mm.
which point, the priest just asked them to leave because they were like play wrestling on the floor.
Well, see, Milk Thistle already knows the answer to that question, so we don't have to deal with that. But yes, as a chaplain, I am qualified to marry anybody.
maybe one day.
So we got through one day in game.
One full day, definitely what they're going to be doing the next day, which will be the discussion of basically their plans, which kind of Alex will be uh, there for. And then hopefully from that day, then they will work out where they're going and what they're going to do. So we've got 2 days worth planned out basically.
Okay.
But I kind of want Alex to be here for the discussion of what to do next because it will having a third voice would be better, and
Mm-hmm.
that would be a good moment to throw up the whole marrying the two, making the two um, council members fall in love again. That way you can gauge Alex's reaction to that.
So
That
okay.
that is a secret plan that Nightshine told. Uh, what's his Burned and Alex? He's
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, it doesn't have to do with the demon.
yeah, I know, but I'm just saying
So you're
you can bring it up
so,
there again just to gauge his in character reaction.
so you're
Yeah, but
crafting and scheming behind other ponies' backs in order to have your will fulfilled.
Yeah.
no, it's just a goat.
What do you mean, just a goat?
It's behind no pony. It's behind a goat.
Oh, okay. So goats are not equal citizens in your eyes. I see how it is.
They are. They're just not ponies.
That's racist.
That
Oh, you.
speciesist.
Yeah,
Oh
speciesist.
yeah. I did forget. Uh, I guess we can do that other day.
What's
Yeah.
that? You forgot?
I did forget to actually go and talk with Amethyst about the thing I wanted to talk about, which is why we rescued her. But we can talk about it tomorrow in game.
Yeah.
Mm.
Can you remember where you left Amethyst?
I left her with Alex, which said, I mean, I told Alex to take her to the Sun Queen or something like that.
The Sun Queen's temple. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
So,
Yeah, so Alex definitely knows where she is, but I don't think Alex has told anyone else.
huh? Oh, did wait. Hmm. Well, I hope Alex didn't kidnap Amethyst.
Maybe the
No.
Sun's Queen Temple had questions for her.
Maybe it was the Sun Queen Temple all along.
Oh, that would have been a plot twist.
All right.
I mean,
Um, I'm going to give a little bit of XP for today, as you did finally kill B4. Some people got knighted even though they weren't here, and I don't know. And a few interesting things have been thrown about, and so I don't know. I think it deserves some XP. Not much, but everyone can have themselves. Yeah, that seems sensible. Yes, I didn't. Oh, the airship's talking to you apparently.
I need to get my calculator up. I'm like, ugh. All right, we should all be at 80,400.
How many times do I need to marry Duck for hero points?
Um, you need to cure her disease for the hero point.
Ah, so I got the harder one. Okay.
Yeah.
So just to verify, we were at 79,800. We have earned 600, which brings us up to 81,000 to 80,400. Correct?
Yes. So
Do
since, sorry,
I was making sound effects. You go ahead.
ah, so since Bird completed the character arc he had started on, does that give him a hero point? I think. At least I think that's how it works. Let me open up the
It's
GM
entirely
guide.
GM's discretion.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's up to you.
uh, I don't see why not. With the execution of B4, I feel that is acceptable.
All right.
You can only have a
Ouch.
maximum of three, though.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
hello.
Oh,
Hello.
nice, June. You're
Hey.
just in time to end the game with us.
Yeah, I was hearing you level up and put EXP in, so.
Mhm.
Ah,
Well, we didn't level up. We're still a good ways away from that, but
yeah.
we earned
Yeah.
6 XP today.
Hmm.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if people want to continue a little bit for the next day, or if Alex wants to do his any little bit of the downtime where everybody sort of run off to do little bits.
Um, I'll just listen to the thing and then decide on stuff like next session. I think
Oh,
I just wanted to jump on so I can do the get whatever EXP
you got
robot Alex would have gotten.
you got 900 here. No,
Robot Alex with a gun. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were playing Starfinder now.
I
I
mean,
think you could do that in Starfinder.
one robot's enough.
True.
Um, but yeah, you will have a little bit of time to decide what you would like to do with a day, and then Nightshine has set a time up for everybody to meet up at Opa's Tavern to discuss the demon.
Hmm.
So that would be kind of the next big thing to work out what you guys will be doing next.
Yep.
Oh, how did the Nightin go?
Do
Really
what?
well. The knighthood thing.
Yeah.
Went off
Uh,
without a hitch.
yeah. I mean, technically only. Well, there was just you and Alex, who you were Alex. Alex and Burnt who were on the stage to be knighted. Um,
Hmm.
Nightshine wasn't at all mentioned for knighting, and Milkfist was a no-show.
Yeah.
Does
I
anyone
clapped.
remember
Did
when
the
we
speech I gave go off without a hitch, or?
Yeah, no one interrupted or anything like that. I think yeah, it went down well. Everyone, people started initiating clapping, which then obviously steamrolled into more clapping. Or hoof stomping, I should say.
does anyone remember when we earned 800 XP? Because I failed to mark that down. So the last time I marked down XP was on July 2nd. That was at session 104. We were at 75,000. But before we added the 600 today, we were at 75,800. So we earned 800 XP from somewhere.
Before?
Yeah, I think it was from B4.
Oh,
Is it
sorry,
from that point?
my Discord disconnected.
That's all right. Yeah, it's got to be in Discord.
Okay.
Sorry, Discord. Or my internet disconnected me. So yeah.
Wait, no, it wasn't. We were at 79,000, so it was several thousand XP.
Yeah, I was asking about my speech. Did it go fine?
Yeah, it went fine without a hitch. People initiated clapping, which or hoof stomping, and yeah, you got applause and stuff.
Okay.
It went well. There was no one interrupted or tried to stop you or anything like that.
Okay, cool.
Well, you didn't say
Yep.
anything
Also,
anyone didn't want you to say,
mhm.
or you didn't say anything like treasonous or outlandish.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm saving that stuff for later. Gotta establish myself first.
Yeah. Uh, Swift Gadget tried to come on to Nightshine. He was like, "No, no, bad touch, stranger danger." So she ended up passing out on the floor, and Nightshine just left her there.
Well, they
Burn
did.
was
Uh,
like, "Oh shit, what the hell?"
I mean, she did
So
share.
he was like,
I mean, she did share some backstory. I will point out.
I yeah,
"True,
it
yeah,
it was
true,
great.
that's true." Then she just passed out on the floor. Burn was like, "Huh," and he, just picked her up and took her back to her cabin, made sure she wouldn't fill with bile and die, because that's
Uh,
like,
I left her on the floor.
Yeah. Um, somebody mentioned a interesting plan, which I don't know if they're going to leave you to watch the video back or will tell you now. I think they're going to let you watch.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll probably watch the video regardless. So just
it is a very good plan.
okay, I will
yeah.
believe you for now.
I mean, whoever had the thought that, two rivals both vying for the crown could end up
No, don't say
roofied.
anything. No, it's a secret. You have to wait. Let it work.
And do we get Milk Thistle back or?
No,
Nope.
he is still
Okay.
MIA.
Milk Thistle is still an unknown.
Okay.
All right.
By the way, you guys know what month this is?
Yes, it's in Inferno.
It's Spooktober.
It's Spooky Month.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And apparently, being Spooky Month isn't enough. It's also Alphabet Soup History Month, or at least some people are claiming it is.
Oh God.
All right. Well, we will end our little stream here today.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you all had fun, even though it was mostly just sort of like downtimey stuff. A lot of planning, a lot of talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got like about 4-ish hours of sleep, so I had a good time.
Nice.
All right. Well, if everyone wants to say bye, and I'll.
Auf Wiedersehen. Thank you for joining us today.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.